Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel Shraddha's Physics. This video is based on the time development of Gaussian wave packet. In the last classes we have already seen that the wave function, suppose I am writing psi of xt, it can be written in the form this is equal to, this is integration over minus infinite to plus infinite b of k into exponential iota kx minus omega t into decay. This is basically the wave function. In general, this is the representation of the wave packet, where if I will write this b of k, this is suppose equal to exponential minus k naught whole square into alpha. If this is in this form, that is exponential minus of something square into some constant, that is alpha is some constant, then this particular function, this is used for the Gaussian representation. In the last classes we have already seen that for time t equal to 0 we have calculated the shift, that is the delta x. We have calculated the width of the Gaussian wave packet. The width of the Gaussian wave packet when time t equal to 0 we have already calculated. Now we will see the time development of this Gaussian wave packet. Basically the time development means this is called the evolution with respect to the time. Initially, suppose I am writing here, suppose this psi of xt, this is in general expression for a wave packet. I am writing this is equal to minus infinite to plus infinite. This is in general expression. I am writing the wave packet b of k into exponential iota whole into kx minus omega t into decay. This is suppose the representation of a wave packet. Now if I put t equal to 0 in this case, then this will be psi of x will be equal to, since t equal to 0, this is equal to minus infinite to plus infinite integration b of k. This exponential term will be exponential iota into kx into decay, right? Then what is the difference between these two equations? You can see that in this case, when the time t equal to 0, the wave packet, this is the position of the wave. Now after some interval of time t, suppose at any time t, in that case this wave function psi of xt will be equal to b of k exponential ikx minus omega t into decay. So this exponential minus I omega t term here, exponential minus iota omega t term here, this represents the evolution with respect to the time. After some time t, the wave packet will travel exponential minus I omega t part. In the previous classes, we have calculated for this psi of x at t equal to 0. For this expression, we have calculated this delta x, that is the width of the Gaussian wave packet in the x space. In the x space, that is the position space. In position space, we have already calculated the width of the Gaussian wave packet, and this value is equal to twice of root over 2 alpha. Okay, this is the width of the Gaussian wave packet. But now here we will see after some time interval t, we will see the time development of, here we will see only the Gaussian wave packet, not in general case. So basically this expression psi of xt will be equal to integration over minus infinite to plus infinite b of k exponential iota kx minus omega t decay. Similarly, if we will calculate for time t equal to t, we want to calculate the delta x value. Since the derivation is not in your syllabus, so let me write the direct expression, that is delta x at some interval of time t, this will be equal to 2 into root over of 2 alpha whole into 1 plus beta square divided by alpha square into t square whole power 1 by 2. Okay, 1 by 2. Here this beta represents the value of beta equal to 1 by 2 of d square omega divided by decay square at k equal to k naught. This is the value of beta. In this case, we have considered this omega value equal to h cut k square divided by 2m plus some constant. So that if we will put this value in this beta term will be equal to, now this d square omega by dk square, this will be equal to h cut by m. So finally I can write this beta will be equal to, the beta value will be h cut divided by 2m. If I will put this in delta x term, then delta x at some interval of time t, this will be equal to 2 into root over 2 alpha whole into 1 plus, this will be h cut square divided by h cut square t square divided by, this will be 2 square is 4 alpha square into m square, and this is whole power 1 by 2. I have just substituted the beta value in this expression. That is, here we have considered for the Gaussian wave packet, and for this wave function, here this b of k is nothing but exponential minus k naught whole square into alpha. This is the Gaussian representation of b of k, or we can write the wave function psi of xt, that is equal to integration over minus infinite to plus infinite exponential minus this b of k value I am writing k minus k naught whole square into alpha exponential iota kx minus omega t into decay. This is the wave representation of the Gaussian wave function, and here we have calculated, we have just in a shortcut way, we have just proved that the width of the Gaussian wave packet at some interval of time t, this is equal to 2 into root over 2 alpha whole into 1 plus h cut square t square divided by 4 alpha square m square whole power half. Here this h cut square divided by 4 alpha square m square, this term, that is the coefficient of this t square, it is equal to, suppose I am writing this is equal to 1 by suppose some capital T square. This is called the characteristic time. This is called characteristic time. Okay, this is the characteristic time. So that we can write the expression delta x at t, this delta x is the function of t, is equal to 2 into root over 2 alpha whole into 1 plus, this will be t square small t square divided by capital T square whole power half, or this can be written as 1 plus t by t whole square power 1 by 2. Now if you can remember, this 2 into 2 root alpha, 2 into 2 alpha root over, this term is nothing but delta x at time t equal to 0. In the previous class we have calculated this 2 root 2 alpha, this is the width of the Gaussian wave packet at time t equal to 0. So we can represent this equation as this delta x at t, that will be equal to, I am writing delta x at some time interval, that is t equal to 0 into, this is 1 plus t by t whole square power 1 by 2. This will be 1 plus small t divided by capital T whole square power 1 by 2. So this is the expression for the width of the Gaussian wave packet after some time interval t. Now if I'll represent this in the graph, let me plot. This is suppose at time interval t equal to 0, and now I will plot for at time equal to suppose any time interval t. Now in case of when at t equal to 0, this is for t equal to 0. This line will show at t equal to 0, and this axis will be modulus of psi square, or this is basically known as the probability function. This is the probability function mod psi square. Gradually I will tell you what this probability of function represent. Now let me plot this curve for the Gaussian wave function. The curve will be like, somehow it will look like this. At t equal to 0, its value is pi by alpha, and this shift, or this is the width, this width, that is the delta x, this width delta x equal to this value equal to 2 into root over 2 alpha. Okay, this width is delta x equal to 2 root 2 alpha. Now in this case, when at time t equal to t, in this case when it means it is at later time t, at later time some t, this mod square if I will calculate, then you can see that here it will get somehow flatter. It will get flatter at some time interval t. When the time goes on, this modulus psi of square, it will get flat, and this peak value here is pi divided by the root over of alpha square plus beta square into t square. And this width is nothing but your delta x at t. This is your delta x 0 at t equal to 0. Here I am representing this at delta x 0 equal to 2 root 2 alpha, and at time t this will be delta x, it is the function of time t, and its value delta x of t, this value is nothing but this much. Or in this expression, if we will put t equal to 0, if we will put this t equal to 0, small t, that is if we will put t equal to 0, then you will get delta x of t equal to delta x 0. So you can reach at this point. So what we see that in case of a time t equal to 0, initially this delta x value equal to 2 into root over 2 alpha, but at later time t, this value delta x at time t, this is equal to 2 into root over 2 alpha 1 plus t by t whole square power 1 by 2. This power 1 by 2. So this is the basic difference between these two. So what we basically concluded is that at later time t, the probability of this graph, this probability of this function psi, it will get larger, or I can say that this wave function, this representation of this curve, it will get flatter with respect to the time. Okay, so this is all for today. Thank you. Jai Jagannath.